let me ruin Toy Story for you real quick. Bo People's trying to throw the box at Woody. What's up, guys? This is Courtney, one half of the Deconstruction here, and I'm bringing you my super late review for Toy Story, the first one. Now, the only reason that I'm actually doing a super late review for the film, which kind of comes out sounding bad when you actually hear it. So there are two websites. One is Behind the Voice Actors, and the other one is Casting Call Club, I believe. They do fan projects for voice acting and Casting Call Club. Some of those people that put up projects over there look for like animators or musical composers and things like that. But I've been looking to get into voice acting, doing fan projects here and there, nothing serious. And maybe a couple of months ago, I sent in an audition for Toy Story. This guy's doing Toy Story. I think it's just a voiceover of Toy Story, and I got the part of Ham, so that's why I'm doing a super late review for Toy Story, and I'll be doing one for Toy Story 2. I don't know if I want to open up myself to the trauma again of Toy Story 3, so I don't know if I'm going to do a super late review for that, but you can expect a super late review for Toy Story 2 definitely. And once, you know, that project gets completed and everything like that, I'll be promoting that and putting up links for that and everything like that as well. So I watched the first Toy Story to actually get John Ratzenberger's delivery down for his lines for Ham. I can't imitate his voice. It's terrible. I've tried, but that's why I watched the first Toy Story, so I can kind of get a grasp on how Ratzenberger delivers the lines as Ham. So that's what's creating this super late review for the Toy Story series. And, you know, once I see Toy Story 4, I obviously do a review for that as well. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but Toy Story 4, I think, comes out toward the end of the month. So, you know, I think this is a good lead up to Toy Story 4. I think Toy Story is a really good example of a ticking clock movie, or a ticking clock plot, where there's a countdown to something, and the protagonists are kind of heading toward that goal, and they have to get a certain number of tasks completed before that clock ticks down. So this is a really, really good example of that, because the movie is about Andy getting a new toy, a Buzz Lightyear. He's been like a hardcore Woody fan for a while, I'm guessing. He has bed sheets, he has the action figures, and he has a whole bunch of action figures as well. And it's his birthday, and he's moving. They're moving houses. So that's the ticking clock. The ticking clock is the move, before the move. So whatever needs to get done before the move. Now, originally starting out, there's no pressing issue that needs to get done before the move. But what happens is his birthday party is moved up, which, you know, the toys are all appalled and shocked by, because it was supposed to be the following week. But I'm guessing it got moved up because they're moving the following week. So it wouldn't really be feasible to have a birthday party the week that you move. So just, you know, or his birthday isn't until the following week. They might as well have the party now before the move. So, you know, get it out the way and then go ahead, pack everything up, and then head out. He gets a Buzz Lightyear toy for his birthday. And Buzz thinks that he's the actual Buzz Lightyear. And it's a really good, you know, besides the ticking clock plot, it's a really good story of Woody and Buzz becoming friends. Because obviously Woody is kind of, his place as Andy's favorite toy is kind of absurded. And he's kind of thrown off the throne. And you kind of see him dealing with the insecurities of that. So he tries to get rid of Buzz, but accidentally knocks him out of the window. And then from there, it becomes, well, we need to find Buzz before the move. Plain and simple. So they go on an adventure of Woody finding Buzz, them basically hitchhiking to Planet Pizza, where Andy is having a birthday party at, so they can locate Andy, because Andy grabs Woody instead of Buzz since he can't find Buzz. Loses Woody because Woody gets out the car. When he sees Buzz, mayhem unfolds. So it does a really good job of building that relationship, because Woody starts out kind of envious of Buzz once he takes his spot. But then that adds to Woody's annoyance that Buzz actually thinks that he's the real Buzz Lightyear and that he's not a toy. Buzz doesn't find out until he's in Sid's house, because Sid goes to the little claw game that every arcade has that never fucking works. I don't know why those things never work. They never grab. Obviously, it's a luck of the draw, but it never seemingly grabs what you're trying to aim, and even when it does grab something, it never holds on to it. It's a machine full of little aliens, and he takes an alien, and Buzz is right up underneath the alien, because Buzz is in there talking to him, hey, I need to commandeer this ship, this and that. And Woody jumps in and says, oh crap, Sid is coming, come here. He dives into it, and they jump underneath the aliens, but they don't get deep enough toward the little back entrance where they actually put the toys in there. And so Sid sees the Buzz Lightyear toy, and so he goes and grabs it, but Woody tries to pull him out. He doesn't. And so Woody just kind of hangs on to Buzz. And he's like, oh man, a Woody too? So he thinks he's gotten 2 toys for 1 try, which he has. So he takes him back to his house, obviously. And Sid is known for destroying his toys and mangling them and taking them apart and putting different parts for other toys together, this and that. While they're at Sid's house, that relationship starts being built, because Woody still doesn't like Buzz. They still need to get to Andy's house, which is across the street, but they still need to get over there before the move, because I think it's closing in on the deadline. Buzz doesn't realize that he's not the actual Buzz Lightyear until he goes into a room in Sid's house where his dad is sleeping in the recliner, and a Buzz Lightyear commercial airs, and then he realizes, oh crap, I'm a toy, which is what Woody's been telling him all along, right? So Buzz gets depressed with that, and you see that Woody still has tunnel vision on this goal of, we need to get back to Andy's. Buzz is depressed. Buzz is, kind of having an existential crisis about being a toy. And he sees an open window, and he thinks that he can fly, because earlier in the film, Woody calls it falling with style, because he jumps off something, and there's this Rube Goldberg sequence of events that happen that lead to Buzz flying or whatnot. But he sees an open window, he climbs up on this banister, jumps across, doesn't make it 1 foot, falls, breaks his arm. So obviously, again, he's depressed. He's just unsure of himself at that point. Woody says, look, get it together. We need to get back to Andy's. In the meantime, he's trying to climb over to Andy's house, trying to convince them that Buzz is with him and Buzz is okay, because the toys think that Woody purposely pushed Buzz out the window. It's really that bonding. It gives them enough time to bond, because all of Sid's mangled and frightening toys that he's kind of mishmashed and put together, put Buzz back together. They put his arm back in place. They help them. They come up with a plan to actually get them back to Andy's. And in the meantime, they scare the shit out of Sid into being terrified of his toys. They all come alive. The relationship building, we get some time with the rest of the toys, and we get to see that they're they're their own characters. They have their own personalities, but the majority of the movie is spent with Buzz and Woody. And we see that how that relationship starts out with Buzz not knowing any better and Woody being absolutely and hilariously annoyed with it, to Woody realizing, look, we need to get back here. We need to work together. And they ultimately end up becoming friends and they end up bonding. So it's actually a really cool story. And after going back and watching it, you can see, I understand why this was so popular and this became so popular, because it had, the exciting moments, it had the heartfelt moments. And this is absolutely a movie that, kids can watch today. This movie came out in 94, 95, I believe. I'm almost 30 now. Most people my age have kids. So my generation can watch this film with their kids. They can enjoy it. So the people in my generation can enjoy it, and their kids can enjoy it as well. This is absolutely one of those movies. I was a Buzz person. I had a Woody action figure, but I also had a Buzz action figure as well. It was great. I think I had bed sheets too. I can't remember. I love Toy Story, and I have this shirt. I have a Buzz Lightyear shirt that looks like his chest piece with the buttons on it. This movie is great. So I say, if you haven't watched it in a while, go back and watch it. You'd be pleasantly surprised how much you actually enjoy it. This is a really good movie. There really aren't, any faults that I can think of off the top of my head. It was just such an enjoyable film, and you're invested in the relationship. You're invested in them getting back to Andy's, and you're invested in Buzz realizing that, coming to realize that he's a toy. I guess that's the only thing that I would say that was somewhat annoying, was that Buzz, you think that Buzz will realize that he's a toy sooner than later. But how does that process work? Do all toys immediately know that they're toys? Or do they think they're that character until another toy tells them that they're a toy? How does that work? But that's not something that needs to get explained. Or that I'm not too worried about getting explained. So yeah, that's my super late review for the first Toy Story movie. Expect the super late review for the second movie and maybe the third. The third was really, really traumatizing and really, really allergy inducing, we'll say that. So I'm unsure if I'll actually do a review for that, because I have it on Blu-ray, and I don't think I've opened up the Blu-ray since I bought it. And I bought that Blu-ray around the time that it actually first came out on home video. I think I might have opened it just to look to see what discs were in it, make sure the discs were actually in the case, and maybe the little advertisements they put in the disc as well. But I haven't watched that film since I saw it in theaters. And yeah, I've never watched the Blu-ray that I bought. So yeah, there's that. But keep a lookout for the other super late reviews, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the other videos as well. Again, thanks for any and everybody who watches the video, whether you get through the entire thing or not. Friends who are subscribed to the channel, things like that. I appreciate all the support that you guys are giving. Thanks.